In a world full of noise, opinions, and endless advice, the most powerful and life altering truth we can embrace is this: go to God first. Before you reach for your phone, before you vent to a friend, before you search for solutions in the world, seek God first. The Bible, our divine manual, says in Proverbs, "He who guards his tongue guards his life, but he who opens wide his lips shall have destruction." This verse is not merely poetic language, it is a spiritual survival guide. God, in his unmatched wisdom, has given us principle not to restrict us but to protect us. We must guard our dreams, our goals, our children, our love, our success, as well as our failures, for the enemy is always ready to block our path. It is easy to overlook the power of our words, but the Bible warns us that careless speech can open doors for destruction. Jesus reminds us on the day of judgment, people will give account for every careless word they speak. For by our words you will be justified, and by your words you will be condemned. Words carry the power of life and death. What we say, how we say it, and whom we say it matters deeply. So often we seek comfort in others. We run to family, friends, or even strangers before we ever bow our heads in prayer. But let me offer you this divine revelation. God is not our last resort. He is our first source. God is our Father, our Creator, our friend, and our waymaker. He knows the beginning from the end. He walks into rooms we were never invited into. He hears conversations before closed doors and sees hearts fully exposed. He knows the trials we will face before we ever encounter them. And Ecclesiastes reminds us there is nothing new under the sun. Every heartache, betrayal, or confusion you face, God has already made provision for it. He asks us to come to Him, trust Him, and allow Him to direct our path. When you put God first, He aligns your life with His divine plan. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. It's not just about spiritual things. It means your peace, your provision, your direction, your healing, your answers to everything is covered when God is first. Even those who love us can lead us astray, not because they are evil, but because they are human. Our minds are limited, our perspectives are flawed. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, declare the Lord. So when you confide in man before confiding in God, you risk receiving advice that may as well never been for you. But ultimately, they may misalign you always away from the design path that God has for you. He understands not just what is happening, but why it is happening. He alone knows the best path to move forward. We must make sure that we do not allow others to get in the way of us hearing from God and being led by His divine guidance, for God's voice is personal and precise. My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me. Even when we lose our way, the shepherd comes running. He doesn't abandon us. He pursues us. You are not disposable to God. You are cherished. Even if you've wandered, even if the world has distracted you, your heart for God and your goodness still speaks loudly in His ears, and He will pull you back with love, grace, and protection. Sometimes people look at your life and assume you never go through anything, but what they don't see is the favor of God helping you through every battle. Your storms may be just as fierce, but your peace is greater because your relationship with God is stronger. That kind of favor doesn't come from being lucky. It comes from choosing to walk in covenant with the Most High. It comes from the direction and the decision to go to Him first above all else. That means even before your own understanding, even before your own emotions. My soul waits thou only upon God, for my expectations is from Him. That trust and I depend on the relationship with Him. Confiding in the wrong person can be dangerous. The enemy can disguise himself as a friend, just as the serpent slithered into Eve's life with a friendly suggestion. So too can modern day deceivers enter ours. But God reveals what is hidden. He protects us from what we don't even see, and His protection is His will. When you go to God first, you tap into divine discernment. You avoid pitfalls, you gain peace, and you receive answers. So let this be the cry of your heart. Before I speak, I will pray. Before I act, I will listen. Before I confide, I will consult with the Lord. Because when God leads, you don't just survive, you thrive. He is not just watching your life, He is investing in it. He is guiding, shielding, whispering, and waiting. Your refuge, your counselor, your father, your friend. Put God first, and everything else will fall beautifully into place.